What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, we've just been given the breaking news regarding the new Christmas fusion who comes in the form of Ultimate Mr. Nibbles. His real name is Gnishak Verminlord, but come on guys, we had Ultimate Death Knight and now we've got a rat, so I'm just going to call him Mr. Nibbles from now on. He's a legendary champion of course, Force Affinity, attack based from the Skinwalker faction. And it says here that this fusion will be starting on December 15th. They'll be planning to launch this fusion event. So this leads me to believe that this will not be a fragment style and it will be a traditional fusion where we fuse the epic or rare champions into the legendary to attain this champion at the end of that. So yeah, that'll be starting on December 15th. So let me know what you think guys. Do you like the aesthetics of this champion? I'm kind of intrigued to know what you guys think. So, does the kit replicate something that's going to be game-changing, astonishing, out of this world for all of the players using their resources to fuse this champion? So on the A1 with the Pestilence Sensor will attack 3 times at random, okay, and each hit has a 40% chance, bookable up to a 50% chance of placing a bomb debuff for 2 turns. Bomb debuffs placed by this skill on enemies whose max HP is equal to or higher than 200,000 will deal double damage. Wowza. So the one place that this really screams out to me will be Bommal, which is a boss that I know a lot of you guys find tedious, including myself. It's just really hard to take down and bombs actually deal a crazy amount of damage against that boss. But just in general, utilizing the bomb debuff against potential arena battles can actually be pretty cool. But then again, it will be attacking at random. I really hope that there's a non-resistible part in this kit because that's a big playing field like an Astrolith to amplify the attack-based stats on your champion, which the bombs scale off. On the Verminlord's command, on a 3-turn cooldown, has a 100% chance once booked of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. So we got some damage mitigation in there. We'll then place a 100% chance of decreasing the detonation countdown of all bomb debuffs by 1 turn, and increases the duration of all poison debuffs by 1 turn. So have we got a bomb/poison champion here? I don't know what I think about this. AoE drop attack is quite a common skill, with decreasing the duration of bombs, which is kind of a theme with these bomb champions, and then increasing the duration of poisons. Alright. Unclean Banquet on a 4-turn cooldown can do another AoE and has a 100% chance of placing 2 bomb debuffs on each target for 2 turns and grants an extra turn. Okay, I like that extra bit there. And bomb debuffs placed by this skill on enemies whose max HP is equal to or higher than 200,000 will deal double damage. So I'm not seeing the unremovable part here with not being resisted. Or even like a protected bomb. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I don't know, guys. I really don't. In terms of a bomb champion, yes, this is astounding. I think this is one of the best bomb champions in this game because we're decreasing durations, we're granting extra turns, we got a potential of each hit placing a bomb on the A1, and then another 2 bombs on the A3. And it's really gonna kind of shine with the extra 200,000 damage against those Doom Tower bosses, in my personal opinion. Because the way that they wrote this here is that this champion is gonna become handy in PvE content. Which I do see, as we've seen with like Gaius the Gleeful. But it's really hard to kind of get your accuracy stats, your attack stats, and place bombs and really amplify here. But what is really interesting is it deals double damage, which could kind of make up for that. So I actually think this is actually going to be a really utilized champion for places like Bommal in this game. Or just those high max HP bosses that you can deal raw damage with. On the passive, let's see if it gets a bit spicy here. So every time a bomb debuff is placed by this champion, detonates or is removed, places 2 5% poison debuffs for 2 turns, and these debuffs are protected. Okay, so the poisons can be protected. Now, is this going to be a play on the blessings that we have in this game? I believe that there is one that can amplify the damage or have a manipulation with poison debuffs in the arena. I can't recall which one that is, but maybe you guys can let me know. So I'm thinking, can we do an AoE bomb? Start off here. Of course, we're not going to be dealing the double damage because how rare or does anybody have a 200,000 HP champion? But being able to place those bombs, and then when the bomb is removed, so if they've got like a cleanser or something like that, then you can actually replace it with poisons, and then champions might be able to deal extra damage against those champions that have a protected poison debuff. So very, very interesting kit, and increase ally attack in all battles by 30%, which I'm always a fan of in this game, having an all battles aura, because it's universal. Aesthetics, I'm a big fan. I do really love bomb champions in this game, and I am looking forward to playtesting this champion if Raid allows us on the test server to really make him shine. Potentially in Bommal is where I'm thinking. I'm just kind of scared here because with Bommal, right? Let's just pull this off now. We've read out the kit. We don't have to talk about this anymore. I've kind of got my Bommal team here that I sometimes use. And if we head to the boss guide, each time an enemy places a debuff except bomb debuffs on Bommal, places a bomb debuff on that enemy that detonates after 2 turns. These bomb debuffs cannot be blocked or removed. Now my worry is for Bommal in particular is, yes, it's going to deal double damage. It's going to be proccing bombs every single turn. But when that passive procs and he replaces it with the poison, is that going to proc a bomb debuff on our champion? And he also applies the decrease attack if you want to reduce the cooldowns. So they got the affinity on point here, whereas people like Gaius the Gleeful was the wrong affinity for this boss, and it was tedious. So it's kind of a hit and miss with Bommal, but I am kind of excited to see where else we can use this. I can't really think of many other bosses that we want to really do a play on bombs with. Because Bommal, right, he does have that thing as well where is it? Bommal receives 300% more damage from bomb debuffs, and then if you do the extra double damage on those bombs that he does proc in 2 abilities, it could have turned out to be a whopper Bommal champion. Which he still could be a revive on death and revive strategies, but it's just going to be a lot of extra poisons and a decreased attacks and bombs in himself, unless he has high resistance. And being able to factor all of those things in is going to be kind of a pain. But guys, that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on this champion. This is just my first thoughts on it. I think he will be pretty cool for Arena, I guess, in specific teams. Replacing it with those poison debuffs. Let's have a quick look at the blessings before we sign off here. So we're just going to a champion that has a blessing. Let's have a look. So, blessings. Which one is it? I can't recall which one it was. So, was it Carapace? No, that was the one for Cornelia. Strengthen your team aura. Well, it is a legendary champion. Is it one of these? Alright, no, it's not these ones. So, increases the damage enemies receive from poison debuffs placed by this champion, and will ignore 35% of each target's resistance when placing poison debuffs on champions in the arena. So this is where I feel like it's going to be a play on blessings, because if you can start to have a protected poison debuff by having a poison debuff removed, you'll now be able to ignore 35% of the target's resistance, which is astronomical. And I think in high-end arena, we might actually see some play with a champion like Gnishak. And just to throw this in at the end of the video as well, I think in hindsight, he's actually going to be a really strong champion for the Sand Devils Necropolis. Because if there is a protected debuff, this is just that funky bug that was happening yesterday. I'm not sure how many of you guys got involved with that bonanza there. But if you can do a protected debuff when he removes the bombs, that could be a really cool play on having 2 poisons up, at any given time, and able to mitigate the damage coming your way from this boss. So, I think he's actually going to be a really cool champion here, because he is placing decreased attack, he is amplifying with bomb debuffs with double damage, which I'll be interested to see how this scales against this boss, and then he's also doing the poisons, and extending the value of those poisons. So I think this will be something that we guys can really look out for, and we might see a lot of play of him in the Sand Devils Necropolis. But guys, that is going to be all for the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one, and peace.